Step number 3, we need to implement the steps with maximum client satisfaction. It is all about the client. They have to be most satisfied. If we focus on why it's a win-win for all, we can satisfy clients maximum. One thing we can focus on is the confidence we can get from our association having published the service descriptors. And the service descriptors say, value yourself with fees and services like I'm describing. It's a document which specifically says, value yourself according to an hourly rate. The implicit message behind that is value yourself more highly. Full fees for all clients. We now are at the point of talking about full fees for work cover, insurance, no preferred provider schemes. We're talking about full fees for non-attendance, no discounts, tiered fee structures. The guidelines say, from our association's point of view, it is best for physiotherapists to adopt this. It was based on dentistry and similar professions. So a working group within the APA said, we need to find out what they're doing well and what we're not doing, so they wrote it down so that we could do it well. Now, I may have mentioned something there that brings up a whole heap more challenges and barriers. We may have more challenge with losing clients with preferred provider schemes, work cover, insurance companies, all that type of thing. That medical practice with $1,000 hour practitioners in it, they are all surviving somehow, no problem. They're thriving, actually. So you can consider, what are they doing with these types of challenges that we're talking about here? Well, they do have the confidence that there are people out there that aren't getting the help that would get them, only just because they provide that kind of service for those clients to choose. I am an extremely low-risk person. I do everything at the lowest risk possible, and the way I do it is to stage the changes. I need to have confidence, and as I stage the changes, one at a time, measure the outcomes, measure the results, track with a graph of your business income over time. If you make a change, what does it do to your gross income? I didn't say what does it do to your sessions per week. You would have to let go of all of those thoughts as a measure of ideal. It said, what does your gross income do? And that's the confidence. So what would it look like? A diagrammatic version of Bruno Physio's gross income is in green over the last over this 8-year period. It was staged. We charged full fees for work cover first. That was the first thing I did to make a change. 10% increase in gross income, 10% decrease in sessions per week. What do you think I said?
Win.
Very good change. So then I made more changes. Now those very good changes took the gross income up with a curve like this, and our team and our sessions didn't change that much. The value is being demonstrated. So use this as confidence. Now, if it doesn't go up the way that you would like, it's time to fine-tune. Fine-tune the way it's delivered to clients, fine-tune all of these things that we're speaking about here. What is it that's not being shown and demonstrated on our lists? You should always expect dips anytime you make change. So I've demonstrated a nice dip here in our business income curve. Now, dips come about with change because you have to refine. If we knew how to do everything perfectly right now, we would already be doing it. So we make a change, we get a dip, and we refine. So Bruno Physio had a big dip in 2009, 2010. We're going through another dip now and just rebuilding back from that. When we've got good business systems and structure, the rebound is quite significant. As you can see, both times we made big changes, we kept shooting upwards with our gross income. So following this dip too, there's no reason why we won't be shooting up again higher and higher. Now, expect the dips. Don't lose confidence over them, because you'll have the right approach, which will bring you, best care approach, which will bring you back up out of it at the other end, quicker than you could without. So expect these dips. Just remain focused and use these steps and the details I'm providing as your confidence. Step number 4, set a career path for your team. How many other industries have career paths? Compare it to physiotherapy. What happens in mainstream physio world that I was used to? You hit a ceiling pretty quickly. There's not much further you can go. The only way to earn more is to work a lot more hours, see a lot more clients. It's all more, more, more. That's not a career path. That's just burning out. Other professions have career pathways. There is nothing stopping each of us having a great career pathway. We are demonstrating it. Ridgway Method certified practitioners around the country are living it as well. Let's go and have a look at an example of what a career pathway can look like. Now, I've modeled something similar to what Bruno Physio's career pathway would look like, without the exact numbers. That would take more information and more detail that isn't relevant for the principles. So by principles, I've given this as an example. And the example I'm providing is levels. Levels is a word that describes a practitioner's position in a business. New grads at Bruno Physio start out on level 1. We then have a measure for when that practitioner gets promoted. When you get promoted, it's because you've achieved something. Once you've achieved something, you deserve to be promoted. And so this example I've given here, 750 hours of applying RM clinical systems is an achievement. We also use gross income to make sure our clients are showing their satisfaction for it. Once those two things are being achieved, you go up to the next level. So a practitioner is promoted. There's so much in this that is so powerful for clients to be educated by, to trust and see what's going on, without any extra explanation than just seeing the fee schedule. Each of these levels is indefinite, ongoing. See how I've got a dot, dot, dot? There's no ceiling now. It's an indefinite career pathway. All it requires is measures for when a practitioner deserves to be promoted. Set the measures in advance so you're free and no one never has to make a decision again about who gets a pay rise, how much and when. The percentages are all fixed. So how do you earn more? You charge out more. If you charge out enough, you can work less and earn more. I just went through those examples. Out of all of these levels we have, you'll see in blue the ones that have a practitioner positioned in them at the moment. What that means is only the ones in blue are listed on our fee schedule on our website or out front. All the other ones are back end, just ready for when a practitioner achieves those levels. Am I making sense? So you don't want to bombard clients with all this information. They don't need it. They just need to see the levels. Now, clients trust and understand levels based on experience, based on qualifications, to the point where they now congratulate our team members when they are promoted to the next level. So clients come in and shake practitioners' hands and say, congratulations, proud of you, well done, you deserve it. How different is that, do you think, to the mainstream world of a fee increase? Different to the way we used to operate. Very different. So now it's a proud moment for everyone involved. What do you think this does for owners? How much do you think, the physios are going to earn more, but the owners earn more. It's a win-win for everyone. It frees you up, no need to make decisions. None of us owners ever have to make a decision for any staff. It's all preset, it just has to be achieved. How motivating do you think this is for the team? How much does the team want to stick around so they can get up to the next levels? What does it do for team building? So the seniors on the higher levels mentor the juniors. So the senior on level 6 mentors the junior and mentors the next one down on level 5 on how to mentor the ones at level 1. So that then when the ones at level 1 climb up the levels, they're taught how to mentor the other new ones on level 1. And then that frees up the person on level 6 to do what they want to do with building business or lifestyle or anything else they want to do, as well as treat clients. We then respect further qualifications like a specialty master's and continue the levels again. And that's another jump above. So obviously I got started in Bruner Physio, mentoring the person who was on this M4 level. I also mentor the fellow, the practitioner on level 6. Between those two, they mentored the practitioner who's on level 5 and taught him how to also mentor practitioners on level 1. So the practitioner on level M4 and 6 still also helps mentor level 1 as well. Whenever my help's required, I can still step in and help out as well. But that's on a choice basis rather than a needs basis. Any thoughts and any questions? Please ask your questions online. Any thoughts, comments, or questions about a promotional level? If I could make it clear, this is appropriate for solo practitioners as much as it is for teams. If a solo practitioner could write these levels down for themselves, for their future, how much more rewarded and motivated, and what's their behavior going to be like now when they achieve their next levels? What's the respect like within the team? And I didn't know it was going to be like this. But the respect is automatic when you're on different levels. Can you think of a medical team? You might have a registrar, a consultant, and you might have someone who's trained. So they're still getting paid. It's a full-time job. You know. So people already know and trust what level to respect people at because they're on levels. So it's automatic within our team as well. So we saw that transition and change within a short period of time of putting the structure in place. Right. What's the key thing I haven't mentioned then? If we're going to grab more of the population, we need choice. If clients can't choose, you can't access those ones that want a choice. So that bell curve comes along because people choose what is best for them. I've mentioned a lot of changes there in those 4 steps, and they all cost time and money. You need money, you need time, you need to put it in place that way. The more expensive option is to develop and implement yourself. The less expensive option is to pay for proven successful systems. You're going to explain your experiences for us?
Yeah, I've been an IMCP for 4 years. Before learning IM, I was seeing about 20 to 30 patients a day. And you can imagine what sort of quality of life that was. No energy when I got home. Did not want to talk to anyone after work. And I often wondered if I would be like that for the rest of my career. And then when I saw Michael's seminar, I quickly took up the opportunity. Initially, I was more excited at the clinical skill and the concept than its business part. As I gradually mastered the clinical side, I realized best clinical outcome using RM was not possible without putting up my fee simply because I needed to spend quality time with my clients. And it was challenging. There was I need to implement things in stages, and it can be quite challenging at times. I remember 6 months after my IM paradigm, I nearly doubled my fee. And then my net income was still the same, but I spent a lot less time treating clients. My team members' skills improved because I provide them time on training and system development. And then I think about a year ago, Michael and I taught a IM paradigm course in Taipei, Taiwan, and I started setting up my second business in teaching. I also started implementing more IM in my business, including like 1 hour initial and adhering to IM checklist, and make our clients to do marketing for us by following the IM checklist. Yeah, and the rewards are worth it. The end result is I generated the same console income as before, but I work a lot less hours. My employees are kept busy and making more money for themselves and for the business. And the business overall doubled the turnover, the gross turnover over 3 years, while I halved my contact time. And then at this stage, a couple of my staff, a couple of my physio staff, they are considering buy into my business, and this means I can gradually retire clinically. I can gradually retire and that then step in, and that's a good career pathway for them. So my employees see there is a good career ladder for further advancement, both clinically and business-wise, and they are happy to stay working with me. And in my business, there's been very, very low staff turnover. So my business has been going on for 8 years. And half of my physio staff stay with me for 4 years and still going. So we don't have staff issue at all. In fact, we constantly have new graduates or other physiotherapists looking for employment at our practice. So we don't have like a staff shortage at all. And then I think the most important part is I now have more time for family, and I'm working on the business rather than working in the business. Because of IM, I can finally spend priceless time with the family, and I can go to the gym 3 times a week. I can sleep in 3 days a week in the morning, not having to worry about the work, and I can help my team to reach their potential. And because I'm well known locally to practice this unique treatment method with unbelievable results, young physio graduates keep knocking on my door for employment or work experience, and as I said, we have no staff shortage. So that's my experience with IM. Honestly, I'm not an intelligent person. I'm sure a lot of listeners here are more intelligent than I, but I was open-minded enough to embrace the paradigm shift. So if I can achieve the level of success, I'm sure you guys will be even more successful. Thank you.
Really appreciate that, Rick. Great comments. Well done. Congratulations.